potential opportunity with him where he's kind of like on the come up and he's like kind of riding the wave up now until like becoming a big client.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of high ticket sales, but he runs
Yeah.
webinars. He made like, I think, Adrian, was it 15 mil or 1.5 mil?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made like 1.5 mil. I'm not too sure about the time frame, but we saw him go high level and he did quite a bit on like back.
What's going on? Welcome to a brand new video. I'm in beautiful Orlando, Florida at the moment. Oh shoot. Let me show you guys the view that I just came into in Orlando. Currently at WebinarCon today, and we're going to be talking to a few of our clients, friends, on how to grow our clients' webinar strategies and also like build out their funnels and emails. Really excited about that today. So the number one question that I get, all the time on all my socials is, how do I find clients, Hugo? So this could be for copywriting, this could be for email marketing, this could be for Facebook ads, but how do I find, clients for my niche? And, in today's video, we'll be talking specifically about email copywriting. I know 7 and 8 figure dudes running agencies, and they have all said that this method works. This is also the most updated method. Some things have changed in cold outreach, and we'll get to that in a sec. Next couple days, I'll be here in Florida at WebinarCon. So if you're actually headed to the event as well, please feel free to say hi to me when you're there. And let's grab lunch, let's grab a coffee, and let's talk. So now let's talk about the 4 pillars of outreach that I would go on my knees for. And these 4 pillars of outreach have actually put food on my table for years to come, and it's allowed me to travel the world, live the life of my dreams, and I wouldn't be here without it. So, I'd get on my knees for it. So let's get into the pillars. The first pillar is cold email. Yes, it still works. It doesn't work as good as, let's say, back in 2019, 2020, 2021. Depending on the niche and, the industry that you're operating in, I would suggest going with cold email. It's more of a corporate professional, a big established brand or business. I would highly recommend going with cold email. And now a lot of business people, brands, and businesses are relying heavily on social media. So they're spending more time on their Instagram accounts, on their Twitter accounts. And that leads me to my second pillar of outreach, which is IGDM. So you could send a cold email as the initial outreach message, and then you could also send them a message on their Instagram, following up with them and saying, hey, did you get my email? We'll get more into this in just a second, but let's go into the third pillar first, which is Loom videos. Sending personalized videos, going through your client or your prospect's business and identifying fires which you can put out is super valuable because it positions you as an authority and as a person who's interested in helping them out. And they see from their side that you've actually taken the time to actually dissect their business, see what's wrong, see how you can fix it, and actually provide a solution to them. Some people will actually appreciate that and actually reach out to you and say, hey, let's work together. So Loom videos are very strong and popular as well. And that's the third pillar. Let's move on to the fourth pillar, which is voice or audio notes. And also we can use this in the IGDMs too. I've gotten lots of e-com clients and also even info marketing clients just from sending voice messages. Because I don't know, for me, I feel like I'm kind of a confident guy when it comes to business. I like doing the follow-ups. I like signing deals. So I guess kind of like the charisma seeps through the voice note, and that's why they maybe want to sign me on. But if you are sending out voice notes, make sure that you're more charismatic and you're more high energy, because people like listening to people who just sound happy. So we talked about the 4 pillars of outreach, and you can use any one of these pillars to find your first client. And even better is if you do all of these together. This leads me to my next point, which is cross-platform outreach and cross-platform follow-ups. Like they all say, the money is made in the follow-ups. You want to find your first, $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 per month retainer client. You need to be sending out thousands of messages every single day. It is a volume game, but you also have to put in the focus in the follow-ups. So how do we go about finding these clients in the first place? Let's get into it. So you can literally start by just going into the hashtag portion of the Instagram app, and you can start searching for relevant niches and hashtags on Instagram, with the people and the businesses that you want to work with and contact, right? Let's say skincare, car dealerships, law firms, just a regular e-com brand. There's so many different niches out there. If you're first starting out in email copywriting, I don't recommend you pick a niche at first, because if you're picking a niche like writing for, let's say, construction companies only focused on, let's say, steel reinforcements in their buildings, it's really niche, and I only know like a couple companies, even back in my hometown in Hong Kong, but there are not a lot of companies that you can start reaching out to, and chances are these companies probably already have a team. So when you're first starting out, you want to have kind of like a broad kind of mindset, broad kind of niche, and you want to be writing copy for every single one of these niches, because a great copywriter can write in any niche. So next step is just try to start following these accounts related to the hashtags that you just searched for, and also look into who they follow and follow those people as well. I know it's a little stalkerish, but it's kind of what you need to do. Start following these people, and there's going to be an ocean of leads using this method. And if you think that you can't find leads or can't find clients using this method in 2023 or 2024, then you're wrong. You can literally find 1,000 leads overnight just by following people and following their friends, and you can start sending your first cold message in the morning. It's simple, and honestly, it's not that hard to do. Signing one $3,000 a month client is worth sending thousands of messages for, because not only do you get the paycheck, but you get to literally have the honor to perform and grow someone else's business and do the same for many other businesses at the same time. Like, what job allows you to do that? You're also not sitting at a desk the whole day, and you can actually take your girlfriend out to like fine dining dinners without looking at the price. You can also retire parents like I did. It's worth, bro. Thousands of messages a day isn't hard. Imagine what your ancestors had to go through, like swimming oceans and fighting off sharks so you could be the best version of a human being you can be, and you still choose not to send that message. Or maybe because you're just scared to send that message, but bro, just don't care, just send it and let's figure it out later. So real quick, wanted to announce that I'm currently taking on 2 new students for my Words to Cash University for becoming an email copywriter in 2024. And if you want to get a remote kind of gig where you can start traveling the world and start making money at the same time, then this would be a great opportunity for you. So if you're interested in that, just click on the link down in the description below. Also, make sure you follow my new Instagram account at He's Hugo, HESHUGO, and feel free to send me a message on there as it's a new account, so I'm pretty active on there trying to grow it. And yeah, feel free to send me a message on there and I'll be sure to get back to you. Another tip is make sure that you register a domain maybe on Namecheap. It's pretty cheap if you get on there. It's an Australian website, but I usually get my domains from there. And I want you to link that to Instantly, which is an app which allows you to send emails to these businesses online. So for example, if your agency name or your business name was emailcopywritingagency.com, right? So you would buy that domain on Namecheap, then you would connect it to Instantly so they can start sending 20, 30 emails per day going forward. So let's say you've decided you want to do email copywriting for e-commerce based businesses. So what I would do is I would go on builtwith.com, which is a lead scraping tool primarily for e-commerce businesses. So this allows us to look at a list of a lot of brands, their business owners' names, their credentials, their information, and download the Chrome extension snob.io. And whenever we're on a business website that we want to work with and we want to actually get that data and get their business owner's email, we want to get their name, we want to get their wife's name, you're going to use snob.io as your Chrome extension. And that's going to enable you to find their names, their business emails, their email addresses, and also their LinkedIn accounts potentially too. All right, so now that we have the 4 pillars of outreach covered, let's talk about follow-ups and domain warming. Now let's get into what to say in our messages when we're performing outreach. So in terms of what to say on that initial message that you're sending to your prospect, I'm going to be revealing a script that'll be dropping at the end of the video. But before we actually go into that, we need to mention this first step first. You can literally follow up with every single prospect you want to work with, with the 4 pillars of outreach that I mentioned earlier on in the video until they actually tell you to fuck off or tell you to die. What's the worst that could happen if you continuously, diligently push that prospect and keep following up? And, hey, do you get my message? Hey, do you want to work with me? Hey, well, how does our offer sound? They're either going to tell you, hey, fuck off, die, and don't message me again. Either they're going to not reply at all, or either they're going to say, hey, you're pretty hardworking, you're pretty, diligent with your outreach. I want to work with someone like you. So these 3 replies I'm kind of fine with, so might as well just go all in with your follow-ups, right? So now this brings us to the outreach script, right? So I want you to be using this script in the beginning of every single message. That script is actually going to include a demo piece of work done by you, pretending that you're actually the brand that you're reaching out to. So let's say I was reaching out to Gymshark and saying, hey, I want to do email copywriting for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on Gymshark's website. I'm going to sign up to every single newsletter that they have, including their pop-up forms. Look at their confirmation emails and their welcome emails and see how they're actually talking to me and how they're getting me to buy their stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compile a list of their emails along with some of their competitors' emails and see how we could improve those emails just by tweaking a little bit of the copy. Because these big brands are paying lots of money to these big copywriters and big email marketing companies, but honestly, their work isn't that good. We can easily just come in and improve the work and take their money and also make more money ourselves just by following the 4 pillars of outreach that I mentioned just now and implementing a good follow-up system. So your outreach message is going to go a little bit like this. And Hugo at Blank Agency and my team and I over at Blank Agency help 7, 8, and 9-figure businesses like yourself get more first-time and returning customers by email and SMS marketing and copywriting. We've written you 5 free emails that you can implement into your business today to get more customers. Please reply to this email if you're interested. So that is kind of like the first initial message that we're going to be sending. And after that, for all the follow-ups, we're going to be implementing either a Loom video, a voice message, a case study, or just a meme or a GIF. We're going to keep using these few follow-up systems and also making sure that it's cross-platform until they tell us to fuck off, die, don't respond at all, or tell us, hey, I want to work with you. So all you gotta do is just pull this volume game with the 4 pillars of outreach that I mentioned with the Chrome extension Schnauf.io, and also make sure you follow that Instagram hashtag strategy to find your first few clients. And make sure you put your head down for at least 2 weeks straight, and I guarantee you'll find your first client. So if you liked and enjoyed this video so far, please make sure you give a like and a comment down below, and make sure you follow my new Instagram at He's Hugo. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week.